Cathie Wood is back from the dead. She just dropped a 148 report on all of these topics. And today I want to talk about Bitcoin, stablecoins, and scaling blockchains. This is her price prediction for Bitcoin. If you look at this, 2030 bull case 1.5 million. But even if you look at the bear case, $300,000 by 2030, that is a CAGR of 21% every year. For those of you who don't know, Bitcoin runs in 4-year cycles. And right now we are ahead of the bull run. We're currently in the accumulation phase. So why do I talk about Bitcoin? I am an investor and I invest in the stock market most primarily. But if you look at Ray Dalio's Holy Grail thesis, find uncorrelated assets such as Bitcoin, which has a low correlation to traditional assets. Find many with great returns to diversify your portfolio. If you look at Bitcoin, it is decentralized, it has a fixed supply, and it is portable. It is the best version of gold. It is the best place to store value. And if you look at it, it's attracting institutional investors, and it has been. The ETF is a game changer. Let's just go through this report to see why Cathie Wood is so bullish on Bitcoin. And then we're going to talk about stablecoins such as Solana, which have been killing it. So what happened in 2024 with Bitcoin? It started off with the launch of spot ETFs, which was the most successful ETF launch in history. If we compare it to gold, it gained the amount of volume, almost $90 billion within a year and a half, which took years for gold to accumulate. Now, as you all know, crypto is a sketchy place and a lot of sketchy stuff happened, such as the FTX thing. But if you look at Bitcoin and where it is right now, Donald Trump was elected as US president. He's very bullish on crypto. All of his board members, or 80% of them, are bullish on crypto. David Sachs was appointed as US AI and crypto czar. So there's a couple of things that the US is going to do that's going to be very bullish for crypto and Bitcoin in particular. They're making a sovereign wealth fund, which is an investment fund for the government, and crypto is going to be included. They're going to stop selling seized Bitcoin and hold it into its strategic reserve of Bitcoin, and they're going to grow and they're also going to add money to grow that strategic reserve of Bitcoin. As Bitcoin grows and becomes a larger and larger asset, it's going to be less and less volatile, which is going to attract more and more people. If we look at in 2024, it is up 120%. So it beat pretty much all other asset classes. Unless you invested into Palantir or Nvidia, you did not see the same return as in Bitcoin. 5-year CAGR, 67%. This is massive. The biggest game changer for Bitcoin in 2024 was the spot ETF, because now I can buy Bitcoin in my tax-free savings account. I can buy Bitcoin ETF and not be charged capital gains. So I don't have to go through all the sketchy fees with crypto.com, Newton, and all those websites. I can just buy in my tax-free savings account. The next massive thing she talked about is stablecoins. If you look at the stablecoin transactions, they did $15.6 trillion, which is 200 times more than Visa and MasterCard. Visa and MasterCard still have more volume of transactions, more and more happening every second. But if you look at stablecoins, more funds, more actual money is actually being transferred to stablecoins. And I think this is only going to grow. If you don't know what a stablecoin is, is it a coin pegged to the US dollar. So it is always worth whatever the US dollar is worth. Now, if we look at the stablecoin volume, Solana has performed by far the best. The little purple bar right here has the most transactions happening. And if you look at stablecoins in general, in just in December, they did $2.7 trillion in transactions. Now, stablecoins like USDT and USDC, they are pegged to the US dollar. And these companies, like for example, Tether only has 200 employees and had $5.2 billion in profits just in the first half of 2024. Because they take a small percentage of the transfer fees. The de-dollarization is happening, and stablecoins could drive steady demand for US Treasury securities. If you look at it, Brazil, Nigeria, Turkey, Indonesia, and India, individuals and companies are adopting stablecoins as a store of value, means of payment, and cross-border currency. Stablecoins could become one of the most effective ways to export US dollar. Now, a really cool thing about stablecoins is that now they are yield bearing. So you can pretty much earn interest on holding your stablecoin, which is pretty much like a high interest savings account. This is the digital fiat. And Cathie Wood sees it going from 0.17% of fiat to 0.9% of fiat, which is a 38% CAGR up till 2030. The safest way to benefit from this crypto revolution is owning Bitcoin. It is the most stable and the safest asset hold, and it is the asset that I am currently buying. The next few videos will be covering the Cathie Wood's big bets for 2025. So if you want to see more of that, subscribe to the channel and stick around. And if you want access to this report and all of my research, the link is in the comment section.